Hello, Timea, back again. Timea from Antwerp. I decided, if I remember it till the next video, to present myself at the beginning of every video, because if you just started, maybe you're not, maybe somebody clicks, and I don't know how good you are with the homepage of a certain YouTuber, or you just press subscribe underneath the video. Basically, if you go onto my channel, there is a home videos playlist. In the playlist section, you can choose your preferred language. I have a different language, different videos. Actually, I was making different videos in different languages. More or less, I have said what's like most important, but I recently, actually, I think I started getting more into details, because I didn't share yet, I was maybe even avoiding it, the scientific part of all of my stories. I was giving you examples from my life. I would mention it, what is there in scientific terms, but I decided to be more concrete now. So I think I'm gonna film a couple of videos now, which will be more like that, about the science behind my theories. And if you go on to the About section, there's my name, surname, so there you can find it. But yeah, not necessarily that you go there. There is also my email. If you go via cell phone, then it might not be visible, but there I will try to remember that as well, to include my email address underneath the videos. I will put also the Instagram link, or you just find me via my name and surname, Instagram. And on Facebook I have a group which was actually more active in Croatian language. You can join, of course, because I do publish articles in English very often, but I was actually doing it more in Croatian. I will see actually who joins, then maybe I will shift language or start publishing also in other languages. Okay, Facebook, I should include that underneath every video. So, today about the science. Usually we are living actually, so first of all, unreal reality. Why is it called like that? And what do I mean when I say unreal? There is this Western today's consensus, according to which we believe just what we see. And I say Western because in the East you have already another things which are in the category real or unreal, like reincarnation, which they believe. Not only East, in my previous video I was talking about it as well, that a lot of tribes as well around the world still have that. It's just us, the Christian, actually the Abrahamic religions, which have lost it in the 4th century, that don't have it anymore. So we consider it actually stupid, funny, or whatever. But it makes a lot of sense. So there's a video about reincarnation, my previous video. If you go on playlist English videos, then just look for, you can sort it from the oldest or from the newest. But if you go just on home or videos, you will see that that's my last video. So over there I was trying to get more into details about that. So we have this, as I said, consensus to believe only what we see, or you have believers. We still live under this 17th century divided opinion, the Newtonian physics, which is material, we can say, materialistic, where you calculate stuff, and the other things which became more spiritual, of the mind, etc., the invisible things. But we don't see actually much. If we talk just about the electromagnetic spectrum of everything, we are seeing the visible light is just 0.1 0.0035%. So basically, we don't see anything. Seeing to believing, it doesn't mean anything in this world in which we live. And we start with that. I say that very often the animals, like cats or dogs, they start staring at something and they're following it, and then you look, what is it? And you might say it's nothing, they're just, but who knows? What do we know? So I decided actually to present mostly the scientists which are usually renowned. So I will start with the scientists that even mainstream science recognizes, but it looks like they didn't include it actually in their beliefs, in their thinkings, in their theories. So they still say that many of the things are unusual or we can't explain it, but there are such elegant and nice explanations for everything. They don't know how to apply it, or the discoveries which like we know, but they're not applied on life. They are presented as if they are just for that, like quantum physics, for example, like it's just for that, and we are made of that, so it's not included. Our reality is made of that. So I always like to start that I started this journey as a scientific atheist, also seeing to believe. Oh, where is that? If there was it, where is it? But my friend helped me a lot. She said, "What do you know? What is here?" And it was a big thing because, yeah, we have no idea what is here. Our world is confirmed to be energetic, is confirmed to be energy. So we start with Einstein. E equals mc square. Energy equals mass. C square is the speed of light. It's just big and fast. But basically what he's saying, and he does say it in other terms as well, he's saying that energy is mass, or if you wish, mass is energy, but mass is matter. So it means that matter, all of the matter which you see, is energy, basically. So he does say, just a moment, matter and energy are just different expressions of the same thing. And that is something completely unusual for an average mind. So, matter and energy are the same. Now, matter is also, matter, so it's energy. Matter proved to be 99.99999% empty space. But empty space is not empty, but let's keep it for now like that. Now Max Planck, who is the founder of quantum physics, he got the Nobel in physics in 1918. He even said, as a man that has devoted his entire life to studying the most sober, or how would they say, of all of the sciences, he spent actually... It's a man who has devoted all of his life studying matter. As a result of my researches, I can tell you the next: there's no matter as such. Those are the things that I'm writing here. There is no matter as such. There is no empty space. If you haven't seen my, I call it Arch of Beliefs, on my Instagram page, you can see it. I have published photos of it. Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So, since we've concluded that matter is energy, okay, and this is not empty space. The empty space is actually full of electromagnetic, well, fluctuations, we can say, but actually it's full of energy. For the those that still haven't acquired that this is full of energy, NASA has got to make a vacuum machine, basically, the one that transforms it. It's in Italian, I will get there later. Fetta, or I can put the link underneath. So they got to make it that converts this in really moving energy instead of oil. That's what I mean. When we speak about matter, it's also so there, okay, we concluded it's energy. But what happens with the atoms? You know, everything is made of atoms. Atoms, they disappear and come back, disappear and come back, disappear and come back, some 7 to 8 times in a second. So matter is also not stable as we thought. It's quite a passing, we can say, thing. So where does it go when it goes? That's like the question which still remains in the thoughts of science, but we have some scientists which came to excellent conclusions about it. I will talk about it. Now just keep on your mind that we are made of it. Max Planck continues, so there is no matter as such. All matter exists just thanks to the force which brings the parts of the atom in a certain vibration and keeps that miniature solar system of atoms together. So all of the matter exists thanks to the force which is bringing the pieces of atom in a certain vibration. Now you know how we are usually presented. Now you have an atom and in the middle is a proton, and the other particles which are moving around, they are like rotating, let's say. Physics usually says that atoms are little packages of energy, and it's close, but vortices actually of energy. They're close, it's not the full image of it. They usually say it's like this, vortice, like this. Now, if we want to imagine what kind of a force could it be behind it, something that holds parts of the atom on their place. There is science called cymatics. Imagine that you spread little particles, sand, for example. In the 17th century, they were already doing that. Like on a certain, like a plate, you spread sand or flour, so some little particles. And if you put them on a certain, we can say like a loudspeaker, but it's not really a loudspeaker. It's an oscillator. It's oscillating, just it's vibrating, producing different sounds. I will put a link to cymatics so that you can see what am I talking about. Basically, just spread particles and you're playing a certain frequency underneath, like very high pitches, and as they're changing frequency, so it changes. The little particles of sand, let's stick to the sand, they are starting to form different shapes. So different frequencies, different sound, what we see here, different frequencies are creating different shapes. We would call them mandalas. It is in a shape of flowers. So it's either like 4 circles, you change it and it's 8 circles. And then in the middle there's one and a lot of so flower of life or mandalas. how is it called, the periodic table, you know, all of the elements actually, like iron, magnesium and stuff like that, they're also made of same stuff, but in different groups, we can say. So it's the same thing, basically, at the bottom of everything, what Max Planck, the founder of the quantum physics, said, that there's a force that keeps them together. And as you change the frequency, remember what Nikola Tesla said? If you want to understand the universe, which is energetic, you must think in terms of frequency and vibration. So when you change the frequency, you are seeing something else. Changing the frequency makes you see other stuff. I have talked about it. I'm not following my lecture. I might be jumping here then. I have talked about it, that when you change the frequency, you are changing your reality. Parallel realities are about this. According to the theories of parallel realities, each reality has another frequency. So, if you change frequency, you can see another reality. How do you change frequencies? So, in our body, never mind the lecture, I will finish it like this. In our body, the strongest electromagnetic engine is our heart, and not the brain. And they say that our emotions have feelings as well. So, it could be that by changing your frequency, because we are also vibrating just like everything, every cell has a different vibration. Our organs have frequencies. Our organs have different frequencies. You know, also when you see a person and her vibe doesn't match mine. So we have even these terms actually in our language. So by changing your frequency, what you are emitting, the heart is emitting, by changing that, you are looking at another reality. They say all of them exist at the same moment, but by switching the remote, how you vibrate, there is even an emotional scale. I can also put the link of it, emotional scale. Where you can see actually from the lowest vibrations, I think it's fear or sadness or something like that, can check it later, to up, how you don't have to go from here to here, you can go just gradually. To me, it helped a lot, thinking, actually accepting. When I fear something, I calm myself by saying, it is as it has to be. So that's the first. And then later you can keep climbing. Now, when we talk about frequencies as well, sound, for example, you hear me because the sound is a frequency. In our ears, we have nerves which are transforming the frequencies into signals. They go to the brain. So basically a word, a spoken word, is a vibration. And remember, everything exists thanks to the force which keeps everything in a specific vibration, just like that cymatics, that by playing different sounds you make different shapes. So, you know, in the Bible it says, in the beginning it was the Word. But word is a sound, word is vibration, frequency. So is there a chance that he was thinking about that? That's what was said, because in the beginning, really, there was vibration, frequency, and basically it's all that there is. So matter and energy are the same. Matter is just condensed energy. Water, steam, ice. Ice, water, steam. It's the same thing. Steam, we don't see. We see it when it's water. Ice, you can really feel, it's really strong. So ice is just condensed steam, which is kind of invisible for us. You are lowering its vibration. Now, something that you can imagine, how you can imagine all of this, you know, on the ventilator, how the, you know, how it's rotating. So if you lower the energy and it's rotating slow, it's visible, just like the ice. So it's less energetic, it's producing less wind, if you wish. If you raise the vibration and it goes faster, it seems invisible, just like steam. It seems invisible, and it produces even more energy, the wind which is coming. So basically everything is like that. Imagine this is the line between the energy and matter, or we can say visible and invisible. So if something is vibrating slowly and it does big waves, check out how much time it spends underneath in the material. You see, quite a lot, huh? It's quite a lot in the material. Down here, this is material. Up here is energy. Material means it's visible, it's vibrating. We see it, okay? And that's why we can see it, because it spends more time in the visible, in the material. And if it's vibrating at a higher frequency, then it goes like this. So that's why for us it's invisible, because it goes too fast, huh? It's still here. So remember when they said the atoms disappear some 7 to 8 times in a second, and we don't know where they go? That's where they go, in the invisible. Or, as Nassim Haramein, which I'm a big fan of, again I'm repeating, he is coming to Brussels on 17th of May. Ticket is 35 or 45 euros. And he's also in France, in a couple of cities. I made a video in French. It's gonna be in French, so if you speak French and you're interested in get more information, check out that video. Go to my YouTube channel, playlist French videos, and then check out that video. So our official science is mostly researching material or visible, which basically makes just 4% of everything, and the rest they call black matter and black energy. Black matter 24% and black energy 72%, and they have no idea what it is, but it does the mathematics, so for the equations it's perfect. So Nassim Haramein said, come on, this, so 4%, and even that is made of this empty space. So let's focus on empty space. We should focus on that. Besides, he said, imagine we were fish in the water, and we see boats, rocks, other fish, and are we aware of the water, that this is something? Now, when you pull water in your bathtub and you see the vortice is nothing. And that's what science, our science is focusing on, like atoms, it swirls like this. The swirl is just an activity of the water. So the atoms, which we see like something material, is actually just the activity of the empty in that part. Empty because it's not empty. So instead of vacuum, we should call it plenum, like plenum from Latin, full of something. So 26 minutes. Maybe I should now stop there, or no? A couple of minutes then maybe to continue furthermore about frequencies and vibration, because this was just to explain you in which reality we live, what is actually going on. So if we focus on energy, vibration, and frequency, what I was telling you about parallel realities, and that our heart is the strongest engine. Our heart is the remote control of the reality which you were watching. Maybe you heard of law of attraction. Basically, law of attraction works by resonant frequency. Now, Nassim Haramein's image is like you know, we know it from auras. When you see an aura, someone's aura, or if you imagine a tree. This is the ground. You have a tree like this tree, but underneath you have the roots, and it's the same thing above and underneath, as below so above, as above so below, whatever. But the thing is that energy, so even an atom, if you imagine it, proton in the middle, it's like imagine a donut, okay, a donut, but that one with a hole, and it's rotating. It's rotating like this, and it's rotating like this. I will put the link to see how it looks like Nassim Haramein's image of, he calls it black hole. I will talk about him maybe more in one of the next videos to tell you how he got to the term. But basically, in the middle, we have singularity. And it the donut, energetic donut, or imagine us like that, the energy that is coming and it's rotating. So you are emitting a certain frequency, okay, from your heart, and you're receiving matching signals from the outside, just like the radio. If you put it on a certain frequency, you are going to receive a program which is on that frequency. So we are emitting from our heart a certain frequency, and by the resonant frequency we are also receiving stuff which is on the same frequency. So before you change here, outside won't change. We live in an energetic world that functions by frequencies and vibrations. Everything is energy. Forget about reality. Reality is not real. Reality is So as Joe Dispenza would say, your personal reality, your personality creates your personal reality. So you get it? Reality, the things which are happening to you, the situations, they're not real. In kind of a way they are, I get it. But your personality, what you're emitting, creates your personal reality, because you will get stuff of the same frequency. What you emit, you attract. I hope you got it. 31 minutes. I don't want to make the videos too long. They already became some kind of lectures. So I will stop now here, and hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got it and enjoyed. In the next videos, I might go deeper into it. Thank you.